What's going on, Dystopians? Chewy here, and we are back for episode 3 of the Disctopian podcast. I'm joined here today by one of the most manly animals on tour, Mr. Chandler Fry. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. One of the most manly disc golfers. I'll take it.
I mean, dude, you got the beard, you got the hair, you got the nickname. It works for me.
I mean, if you've seen me without a beard, you'd probably say differently, but
I'm 100% the same, man. I'm like 15.
it's weird looking. I go down like 10 years.
Yeah.
But actually, no, I remember, I don't look at comments on YouTube videos anymore, but I did shave and I made it onto a feature card or a lead or chase card or something. And one of the comments was Chandler Fry is the only guy that shaves and looks older. So I'm not sure how to take that. But yeah.
Get the dad look a little refined or something.
I guess so. I thought I had a baby face, but I guess I have a elderly face. I don't know what the opposite of that is.
Time turns the hands. We just got to try to hold them back, man.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm just hiding my face with my beard at this point.
That's why I don't have a chin. That's why I just can't. I don't know what it is. I think it's the soda. I just can't lay off, man. But
I've got like 3. So
my beard gives me a jawline. Yeah. So
there we go.
Well, just kind of, I guess, just jumping right into it, Chandler. First question I always ask, man, where did it start? Where's the roots at?
Yeah, I come from a pretty competitive family. We're all pretty athletic. My dad was a long distance runner and biker, so he was always trying to find activities for us to kind of compete. Me and my brother and I, my brother, my dad and I. Okay. And we're outside in the front yard. I'm not sure what we were doing, but we saw some guys throwing ultimate frisbees at like trash cans and utility poles. And we were like, hey, what are you doing? And they said they're playing object golf. And so we looked it up on Google and we found out it's called disc golf. And we looked up what we thought was the closest course, which was like an hour and a half, 2 hours away. Mile of MacGyver, which is one of the greatest courses of all time, the site of Beaver State Fling. At that point, we didn't know that. But so we went out, got some Discraft Ultra Stars, went out to the course, played 18 holes. I think I shot like 110 or something like that. But halfway through the round, this guy came up to us and he said, hey, there's actual disc golf discs. And so we went out to a pro shop that was nearby. I grabbed a Discraft Wildcat. My brother got a Ching Rock, Innova Ching Rock. My dad got like an MRV or something, some old mid-range from Discraft, and we went out and played again. I think I shot worse. But from that point on, all 3 of us recognized disc golf as a pretty awesome activity we can do together, still kind of talk trash to each other, get the competitive juices flowing. And my dad and I continued playing. My brother stopped once I got better than him. He didn't like it. he had a lot of other things going on as far. He's a theater kid, so he was doing theater camps, and now he's a theater teacher. But
oh, cool.
Yeah, I kept going, and my dad still plays, probably more than me at this point.
Right on.
And then I went on tour about 6 years ago, and here I am on your podcast.
Absolutely.
There we go.
Well, we thank you for being here, and again, welcome, man. It's just it's kind of surreal. Like a year ago, well, I guess it was almost 18 months ago, last August, whatever. I started playing and just started amassing discs, and then February happened, and I saw that I could buy a VIP pass to the World Championships in Lynchburg, Virginia, 3 hours away, and I was like, honey, I'm going to this.
We're going, baby.
Yeah. So, man, and now to be, almost a year and a half later, sitting here hanging out with pros and, just doing interviews and just, making videos. And it's so weird where disc golf can lead you. And I have a buddy, Brennan, who's a guitarist for Mod Sun, and like he's now heavily involved in the community just because he met Casey White at a concert. And it's like disc golf is such a communal sport, and there's so much love, man. I absolutely love disc golf. So
one of the great things about this sport is how accessible it is to everybody. Like the pros are not that far away from the people who just started, like all it takes is a DM or just a post, and there you are talking to a pro. So I mean, I'm not sure you can do that with really any other sport out there. Maybe some smaller ones, but like it's not like you can tag Kobe. Kobe's not here anymore. Sorry, it's not like you can tag LeBron RP, and he'd respond. But
Yeah.
so small and new comparatively.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, and I mean that's exactly Disc Golf Fanatics posted about that the other day on Facebook about how like
Oh,
somebody
nice.
just tagged Gannon in a post and asked him a question and boom, there he was responded. And I mean,
Yep.
to be honest, that's how you, Scott, and Aaron have joined me so far. Is just I've been shooting
Yeah.
my shot. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Yeah.
gotta do what you gotta do if you
For
wanna
sure.
grow and meet some cool people. And I definitely have, and definitely appreciate you being on, man. Um,
Absolutely.
just jumping into a couple of, I guess, past projects or past things that you've done, and I just kind of want to ask you about. First one on the list is Uganda, man. That seems like that was a pretty awesome experience to go over there with Missy and Paul and all the team and just kind of, experience a whole another side of the world, man.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. It took me a while to kind of understand the impact it had on me. But just going into the first trip I went, so I've been to Uganda twice. 2 years ago was with Missy and Tom, and then the second year was with Uplay, Zoe, Dustin, Keegan, and Raven Klein. But the first year, we went to just Uganda. We went to a place called Kitosi, which is this small fishing village on the coast of Lake Victoria. And I had not personally been to a third world before. I had not seen poverty. I've seen poverty in America, but I've not seen it to this extent. Just garbage everywhere and just people trying to do their best and just unable to because they don't have the resources, the funds. And once we brought disc golf to them, just seeing their faces light up, just seeing the impact it was having, giving them something fun to do to kind of get through the day, and and just seeing the impact that Missy and Tom, like seeing the rest of the team and what they were doing, it was just unbelievable. How much impact disc golf can have on a community. Just it brings people together, gives them something fun to do, it gives them a goal to accomplish, gives them something to strive towards. And then we went to Kampala in Deja University, and it's a sporting university, so it's a university full of student athletes.
Oh, okay.
And so these people, they know. I mean, we went during a sport festival, and they had every sport. They had they were doing checkers tournaments and chess tournaments. They were doing swimming, basketball, volleyball, field hockey. It was incredible, and that's where we introduced disc golf to them, and it was incredible seeing like how fast they improved. Like they threw the disc a couple times. They're like, okay, this is what I have to do. And then a couple of the kids were just like 300 feet backhand.
No.
Like there's this one kid named Ethan. He was throwing a buzz like 250 forehand.
Wow.
And he was 8.
Wow.
It's cool to see. And then I think this year they held a juniors tournament there, and they had like 140 kids show up.
Holy cow.
So like the impact is there, the growth is there. We have a guy, Israel, over there who's just leading the charge for disc golf and just running all these tournaments and just doing incredible things. He was a professional wood ball player. I'm not sure if you know what wood ball is.
Like highlight, where the
No, it's like croquet,
okay,
but
all
fancier.
right.
There's like OB, and it's kind of the same thing with the wickets. There's this little thing hanging in the middle of the wicket that you have to hit the ball through, and it just knocks the thing around.
Okay.
But he was a professional. He traveled to like Malaysia, Thailand, all over Africa playing, and he was one of the best. And so he kind of saw disc golf as a chance to try a new sport, get good at it, and he hooked up with Paul and Beth Foundation, and we went over there, and boom. It was incredible, and it's fun to talk to them now. I don't talk to them as much as I like, but just seeing Israel always sends me like little progress reports, like, hey, this is what we're doing, this is how many people we're playing with, this is who's getting good, this is who's kind of not getting good. So it's just kind of fun to see the monthly progress reports from Israel to this day.
Nice. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I definitely, once you said you would come on, I started doing my research,
Oh, yeah?
And that was one of the first things that popped up, and I was like, yo, this looks pretty cool. Because I've always wanted to go on a trip. I've been on a couple mission trips. One specifically, I went to Los Angeles. And
a little different than Uganda.
We went to Skid Row, but it's like, dude,
wow.
Well, but I mean, even still, seeing Skid Row and what it is, and then seeing, like you said, a third world country, it's a whole different respect for, what those people have to do on the daily just to be on the daily. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I remember it was a whole 8 of the course we developed there. And I was sitting. It's on the beach right by Lake Victoria, and I'm sitting there and I'm just looking out at the water, and the beach is kind of. I don't want to make this place. This place is beautiful. It's incredible.
It
The
looked
people are
beautiful,
wonderful,
man.
but there's like this trash, and there's just trash littered on the beach. And I saw these two kids. They must have been no older than like 5 or 6, and they're just walking along, like holding hands, just smiling. And I was just like, that's human perseverance right there. That is like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Living life,
Because like
bro.
they're in this tough situation, but to them, they're just living their life. They're smiling. They have people they love around them, and that's really all that matters. And now they can play disc golf.
Absolutely, absolutely. Put a little
Yeah,
plastic in your hand and get a little bigger smile.
absolutely. Yeah.
Oh man. Well, kind of shifting gears from Africa to New Zealand.
Yeah.
We're going to tour down under.
Yeah. Tour down under. It's
Uh,
gonna. Yeah. I can't wait.
what do you
It's
got,
less. I
man?
mean, it's a month. It's a month now away. Yeah.
What do you know so far? I guess is the best way to ask that.
As far as like
What you're
details on the
doing?
trip, or
Yeah. What you? I
oh
mean,
yeah. I mean, I don't. If I had the itinerary out in front of me, I'd tell you. But I'm playing 4 tournaments over there. I'm there for a month. I have 1 week off. Um, the crew that I'm going with is pretty unbelievable. We got like Humphreys and the GK Pro crew. Those guys are awesome. Taylor, I don't know how to say her last name, but Chokic,
yeah, something like that.
yeah, and yeah, Diste. Holland Hanley just signed up.
No way.
Yeah, we got Goose.
Yeah.
We got Ezra Robinson. So like some big hitters are going there. It's gonna be fun. The courses I've never seen them. Obviously, I've only seen them on YouTube. I never played them. They look unbelievable. The baskets are a little weird looking, but everyone I've talked to have said the baskets are probably some of the best baskets they've ever played on.
I love them.
Yeah, they look a little interesting. But,
I think they're like really intricate. The way the bottom kind of comes up and blossoms. Yeah, I love them.
Yeah, kind of fitting with like the rest of the natural beauty of New Zealand. They got to make something that looks cool to putt at. But like Corey Ellis was telling me the baskets were great, and he's arguably the best putter in the world. So if he's saying they're good, I'm going to trust him. Yeah. But 4 tournaments there. I'm playing in a skins match. I have a couple feature cards lined up. It's gonna be a good trip. My dad's coming for the first like 2.5 weeks. So
nice.
He's a huge I'm gonna call him a sailing nerd. He likes boats.
Okay.
And the America's Cup is held in Auckland, New Zealand, even though it's called America's Cup. But the winner chooses where to do it. And New Zealand is really good at sailing.
Wow.
But he's excited to go there, and there's a bunch of maritime museums, and so we're just gonna go have a blast, play some disc golf. I'm also super into birds. I'm a birder.
Okay.
And New Zealand's got the best birds.
Okay. Sounds
So
like
it's just gonna be a month of just awesome experiences, and I wish I can go right now because right now I'm stuck in rainy, cold Washington. So.
Yeah, I can understand. I'm in the same on the other side of the country in PA. It is 25 degrees outside with 30-mile-an-hour winds, so there's no going outside today.
Well, you got me on temperature and wind, and actually I'm looking outside right now, and it is beautiful, but like 40 degrees, so it's still pretty cold, but it's workable.
Yeah, we got our first round of Winter Tag League Saturday, and
bring the hand warmers.
It's definitely going to be Winter Tag League for sure. It looks
like. Oh my gosh. Yeah, like that cold plus the wind chill. Oof.
And it just cuts right through you, dude.
It does.
Right through you.
It really does.
Well, speaking of, kind of off the course things that you've been doing, you got the putting game, which we're seeing now. I'm assuming you already know what happens. Don't tell me, but
I'm not gonna.
How's Huxley doing? That's really the only question I have about that.
My little Huxley money is currently in my van. I thought I lost it, and I made Germ really sad, but I found it, Germ. It's in my van. Yeah, it's super fun. They took it away for a year. They took it away for a year. They brought it back. I did mine in Houston at a laser tag arena.
Yeah.
And I hope it wasn't. I didn't watch the video, but I'm hoping it wasn't very evident that I was dealing with a pretty significant toothache the entire time I was playing that.
It
was pretty tough. Right after that, I pretty much drove home and bailed on a couple tournaments to get a tooth pulled and then a couple other things. But it's super fun. I think it's cool. It's nice to have something that really emphasizes the putting skill. Like I don't have to go there and throw distance or throw accuracy. I can just do what I do best, and that's putting, because I'm kind of a sprinkler system off the tee pad, so it's nice to be able to do something and show off one of my greatest skills.
Sure.
Especially in a situation like the laser tag arena. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool setting for sure. And yeah, EO's there, and I mean it was a cool time, man.
Yeah.
It was a great
My buddy
video,
EO. I love EO, but that guy knows how to get under my skin for sure. I love him though. Yeah, he's one of my faves.
That's good. That's good, man. And yeah, it was. I will say, I've watched it actually twice because it's. I like the putting game. I think it's cool. I've been trying to kind of find a way to apply it and urban disc golf. I want to do something, even if it's like 9 holes, just somewhere downtown. We're gonna figure something out. Me and the club have been talking about it, so we're gonna figure something out. Stay tuned.
Urban disc golf kind of. I've watched a few of those videos, and it kind of scares me, just as far as like discs hitting windows or passerbys that don't necessarily understand what's going on. You know.
Yeah, and that
like if you get hit with a driver, like that's pretty significant.
Not good. Yeah.
Yeah. So it always kind of and like ripping shots into it. Yeah, that's not good. And like ripping shots into a river over a bridge. Like I'm not sure how I feel about that, but it is fun to watch.
Oh yeah, it's a blast to watch. And we talked about it on the last episode with Aaron because he had that one shot down the hallway and parked it.
Oh, that was so sick,
dude. It was
through the doors and everything.
Yes,
yeah.
Man. Yeah. So we've had a couple of buddies like, hey, is this on your list of things to do? I was like, it can be. We just got to figure it out.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Oh man. Well, you know, just kind of moving into the kind of, I guess, general interview questions.
For sure.
You know, I've always kind of had my favorite moments of my life, you know, and you know, you got those golden moments. What is your golden moment in disc golf, if you have one?
Oof. So I've gotten a few aces in Africa, and just being able to do that and watch the reactions from the community there is pretty fun. Just seeing like the pure joy and like excitement from that. Because if you do it on tour, it's cool, but like that's the first time anyone there has seen a disc golf case.
Yeah.
You know, so being able to experience that with them was pretty cool. I think my skip shot in Belton a couple years ago was pretty awesome.
Okay.
I definitely was trying to put it in. I'll say it out. The wind helped me out a little bit though. Also, probably my favorite moment was winning the Beaver State Fling in advanced, like 50 years ago. I don't even know when it was.
Yeah.
Like 15 years ago. I've played Beaver State Fling, I think like 16 or 17 times now.
Okay.
And just saying that I've won it once. I've gotten top 5 a couple times, but that was a pretty cool moment just to be like, oh, I think I was like 17 or 16 at the time, and just be like, oh, I'm pretty good at this, you know. And it kind of gave me a little push for the next few years. And sure, the Disc Golf Pro Tour didn't really exist until like 10 years after that, but it was just a fun moment to experience with my dad and my local disc golf community.
Absolutely.
I'm from Washington, but I'm pretty much an honorary Oregonian at this point.
Oregonian.
Right
on.
But yeah, Beaver State Fling. Whenever I play that course, that's my golden moment. I love that place. It's just disc golf mecca it's having over there.
Yeah, it's on my top 10 because I want to take a trip to the Pacific side. I want to come over there because I want to see Olympus. I want to walk on the CT. I want to or the CDT.
Yeah.
I want to do things like because I've not done a lot. Done 150 miles AT and respectively, it's like 3%, I think. So it's not a lot, but
disc golf on the the Northwest. There's so much to offer. The courses are incredible. It's just pure wooded golf, which we don't necessarily see a lot on tour these days, unfortunately. But you come to Washington, we got Shelton, we got Evergreen, we got Steelicombe, we got courses that'll just blow your mind because they're like in rainforests. We got moss hanging off the trees. We got big ferns growing up, tree frogs. Deer everywhere. It's just a beautiful place. And I'm lucky to be here, but the winters are rough as far as like being able to do anything. Because I can deal with cold, I can deal with wet, but when you put those two things together, it makes for a pretty nasty combination for disc golf.
Yeah. Definitely. Ice and cold are not your friends when you're trying to use your bare hands to hold a piece of plastic.
Definitely not. I've tried with gloves. It doesn't work. I need that tactile feel. I need that
gotta touch
that grip.
I'm the same way. I've even I can't do it. Can't do the gloves. I tried last year, but it's just not it. It ain't it.
Not happening.
Well, I know you've been doing some content creation and being in, like GK and the putting game and a lot of other things. Do you have, a favorite clip of you on the tube of you or anything? I know I think I know what my favorite clip of you is, just because it's got a little sentimental to it. It's the 2022 Ledgestone Ace on hole 7.
Oh, that was cool. Yeah, that was cool.
And you've got Gannon, Brody, and Simon on the card. And then you come off the back, and Kevin Fodry's standing right there, who he's one of like the first disc golf personalities I ever found after Scott. And I actually got to meet him at Worlds too. But it's just cool seeing like all these people that are like, people that I like and I know and I want to get to know, you know what I mean? And it's just so cool seeing that whole thing. I was like, man, I'm going to have to ask him about that. So I don't know. Do you have one?
That was a cool moment. Kevin Fodry is Cardinal Disc Golf,
yes.
right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I love that guy. He's cool. That was a pretty cool moment. I totally forgot about that. I remember Simon called halfway through the flight, "That's in."
Yep.
I think. He was like, "That's in," and just perfect.
As soon as it started turning over, Simon was like, "Get up, that's it."
That's it. I remember that shot mostly because I loved that disc. It was a Big Z Comet, nice and beat up, obviously super flippy, but I lost it last year at Maple Hill.
Rest in peace.
I could see it. It was on hole 5. I throw instead of the sidearm, I throw the little Anheuser over the water on hole 5. And it was like a foot or 2 feet off the water, and the spotter was like, "Hey, I'll get it for you. Don't worry about it. I'll bring it to the next tee pad." Get to the next tee pad, throw my shot. I'm walking down the fairway. He's not there, but I got to keep playing. I can't take too much time to go and look for it. So I'm like, "Oh, it'll be at the clubhouse," and then gone. Never seen again. That Comet is somewhere. I don't know. Hopefully, it's still flying in some. I mean, I hope it's in someone's bag, still flying, because it deserves it. But as far as my favorite YouTube clip, it was probably that belt and skip, because it was such a crazy shot. Yeah, that's probably it. The belt and skip shot.
Okay.
Because I mean, it's special because NBC Sports on Instagram, they like posted it, they shared it, but it got some pretty good optics. So,
nice.
And also it was a crazy moment.
Yeah.
Like, before that shot, Chris Clemens was behind me, and he just said, "You won't." And I looked at him and said, "I will," and I just threw it right in. So that was a pretty cool moment, I'd say. I'd say skip shot or the Ledgestone Ace.
Right on.
Both of those are pretty sweet, and to get those on camera too is pretty special.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my first camera ace, or even first one to catch. And it's funny, last week we went out and played with a couple of guys on a Monday, just random round. And I was like, I'm not gonna film. We're just gonna go out. We're just gonna play.
Oh no!
Hole 5. I smacked the number right on the band, and was just. I mean, I was 3 inches high. The next hole, I said somebody's gonna get one. The next hole, my buddy walks in the tee box, blind hole downhill about 180 with a putter, and just ding. We were like, "Oh my god!" It was crazy.
If you can't even see, if you film it, you can't even see it. You know, if it's a blind shot. So
it would have been the reaction, I guess. But shout out Jeremiah, that's my boy. But
let's go, Jeremiah. Is he a bullfrog?
He is not a bullfrog, but he is a good friend of mine. So
nice. Cool.
I got you, dog. I got you.
The quickest way to get a filmed ace is to film every shot.
Yeah.
The tee pad. So just words of wisdom from me.
Gotta have a camera if you want to get it on
every
film.
Every drive. Just get a GoPro, strap it to your chest. That's all you gotta do.
Okay. My buddies have been talking about getting a cart and then having the GoPro on the cart and just having it like readily available. So
I think that's a good call.
I don't know. We'll see.
Just turn it on. Yeah.
We can't do carts up here at Failure Lake, bro. It don't. We
it's
the woods,
too hilly.
Dude,
yeah.
There's steps. Oh man, you got to get out here. Just hit me up. We'll go. I promise you.
I will.
Yeah. Speaking.
I think Fish tried to get me to play Failure Lake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I think he's close to you, right, in Maryland.
Yeah,
somewhat.
Maryland's fairly close to us, especially me.
Yeah,
I'm
Baltimore.
About 20 minutes. I'm like 2 hours from Baltimore.
Okay.
I like Drew Park
so
down there.
Yeah, Fish tried to get Andrew Fish, my buddy. He tried to get me to play out there a couple times, but timing just didn't work out. It looks incredible though.
Yeah, man, we got dude, I'm telling you what, we got quite a bit of courses around here. It's starting to blow up around here for real, which we're very happy about. Like I said, I mean, I've only been in the community for 16 months or so, but we've got guys who've been slinging discs around here for 30 years with 5 guys.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And now it's like
There's a solid history of disc golf in Pennsylvania for sure.
Yeah, it's a blast. It's a blast, but
there's some OGs there.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, moving on to the off season. Doesn't really sound like you're gonna have much of one. I mean, do you have any kind of off season plans, or are you just kind of gearing up for New Zealand?
Right now, I'm just completely focused on New Zealand. I'm dealing with a couple recent injuries. I pulled my back doing some yard work for my mother a little bit ago, and
as we all do.
Yeah, that's been some slow healing. I'm 34 years old, so I'm no spring chicken. So it takes a little while for me to completely heal. I'm trying to make sure I'm completely good before I start hucking discs again. I also got a concussion a couple weeks ago, so probably this is funny. In the dumbest way possible, I got a concussion. I was walking my dog. He does his business. I go to pick it up. I come up, branch right above me, smack back of the head, go down to the ground. My dog's just like whining, like, what's going on? I get up. I'm just like looking around. I just keep going on the walk. But the rest of the day, and like 2 days after that, I just had a splitting headache. I was irritable. I ran into a glass wall at this grocery store. That just wasn't right for a couple of days.
Yeah.
But I'm good now. I'm good now.
Good.
Back is like at 90%. I threw around yesterday, and it went okay. It went okay. I kind of slipped on one of the tee pads, but that shot ended up actually skipping off top of the basket. And the guy watching me was just like, "What? What?" Like I almost fell over and just almost went in. So I almost had a Kevin Jones moment out there.
KJ slip, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, there's routine. Usually, I like to, weather permitting, I like to play every day. I definitely practice putting quite a bit. I tend not to watch any disc golf content. I'm just kind of focusing on hanging out with family, friends. Get a lot of walks in with my dogs. I don't see them a lot during the year. But yeah, I'm just waiting for New Zealand. I cannot wait to go there because it's summertime there.
Yeah.
And just being able to go there with my dad is going to be such an awesome just bonding experience for the both of us. And yeah, I'm just prepping for that, making some money for that, getting ready, making sure I have enough money to survive for a month over there.
For sure.
But yeah, it's pretty simple off season for the Chanimal.
Just turn the switch
just chilling
off
and playing disc golf. Yeah, a little bit.
Ready to go play some disc golf in Mordor.
Get some work in. Last year I was doing a lot of gym work. I'm doing a little bit, but I was living with Ella Hansen last year, so she's a lot more motivated to do that working out. So I don't have that this year, so I'm not going like every day.
Right.
But I'm still going every once in a while. Less so with the back right now.
That's my goal this winter is weight loss. I need to.
Yeah.
I want to lose some weight because it's the most embarrassing thing in the world, but I have a little bit of, I'm 30, I got a couple kids, I got a little bit of a gut. And when you reach back and you come through and you just hit that belly, oh man, it just makes me feel so big, dude. I gotta get rid of that. It's gotta go. go.
For me, it's the chest. I come through and I just like kind of, sometimes I hit the nipples, and it kind of feels really cold. You're just like, oh. Yeah. But also with my back, I've it's nice to have a solid core, so I'm trying to work on that and prevent any further back issues.
Right on, for sure, man, for sure.
Gotta support that back.
The body's one big muscle. You gotta keep the whole thing in tune, like a machine.
Yep. Gotta keep the head in tune. That's the hardest thing for me. Dang.
Yeah. Hey man, listen, like I said, it ain't how hard you get hit, it's how hard you stand up. Or ain't how hard you get hit, it's how hard you get hit and get back up. Keep on moving forward.
Yeah.
But
there we go.
I messed it up first time too. Oh man. Well, we kind of talked about this a little bit, but on my side, but we didn't talk about yours. What are your plans for 2025? I mean, are you planning on traveling most? Are you going to Europe? What's the scoop there?
Everything's kind of still in the planning stages. Yeah, back to I'm just completely focused on New Zealand. Whatever happens after that happens, I'm just happy to be in New Zealand. New Zealand's a big experience and big opportunity. So I'm going to focus on that. And then I still have the entire month of December and January when I'm in New Zealand to figure all the rest of the stuff out. But kind of a non-answer, but I'm not sure.
Hey, man, it ain't no thing, man. Listen, like you said, New Zealand, New Zealand's on the mind. And I mean, I'll be honest with you, if I had a plan to go to New Zealand for a month and play disc golf, I would probably be thinking about it a little bit too.
Yeah. That's the big thing coming up. Yeah.
Right on.
I mean, I hope to be out there, but it's getting tough out there, so we'll see.
Yeah, right on. Well, and I mean, you get to go from the Pacific Northwest to Mordor, and it's gonna be summer, right? And it's gonna. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see the footage, man. But all right,
I can't wait. I can't wait to see the birds. But
oh yeah, the bird. Hey, is Audubon? Is that like a bird thing? Is that?
Yeah, James Audubon was a famous ornithologist.
Okay.
I think is it ornithology?
Something like
He was a famous birder. He traveled around the world and documented a lot of birds that no one else has seen before. He messed up a couple times, but overall he was pretty solid.
Okay. The only reason I asked is because I did a Secret Santa through Doomsday, and somebody sent me this sticker, and it's the Illinois Audubon Society, and it has a little cardinal on it. And I was like,
perfect. That's state bird, I think. Yeah.
So like when you started talking about it, I was like, hey, I'm just gonna ask him. He'll probably know.
Yeah. There's like special Audubon parks all around the country that you can go to, and they're just protected areas for birds. Yeah.
Dang, didn't know that. I have to look some of those up while we're on the road next year.
Yeah, I think it's James Audubon, but for sure, Mr. Audubon was a famous birder.
Okay.
Did a lot for the cause.
Okay. Yeah. Right on. That's cool.
Yeah.
I like learning weird stuff. I'm a weird fact.
That's a cool sticker.
Yeah, I'm gonna put. Chandler said it's cool. Then people be like, "What is that?" I'd be like, cool. Chandler Frost said it's a cool sticker. It's on my water bottle.
Yeah. And cardinals are one of my favorite birds as well. My mom's favorite bird.
I grew up in Kentucky, so it was the state bird.
Oh, nice.
So I'm 100% all about the cardinal. And we actually weird little side story, but whenever my great-grandmother was still alive and my great-grandfather had passed away, she had this big bay window right in her living room. And right after great-grandpa Randall died, she always said that she thought Randall would come back and like talk to her somehow. And this cardinal would come up to the window and just sit on this little lamppost every day, and then it would tap on the window, and then it would fly away every single day, and it was just the coolest thing in the world. So cardinals hold a special heart in my spot, or special spot in my heart for sure.
Absolutely, they're a cool bird. Yeah, very special, and their songs are probably the best in North America. They're just beautiful,
gorgeous. Them and the
very unique.
Love a whippoorwill. There's a lot of them around in the Green Mountain area of Maryland. We were talking about that. But,
I like a good crow.
Oh yeah. Okay. Funny story about crows. When I used to hike on the AT, there was one day I was just so mad. I was mad. I was almost out of food. I hadn't made it to the pickup. Like it was just not a good day. And I'm like, man, what else could go wrong? So then this crow, I look up, and he's just flying with me, and he just keeps flying circles and whatever, and the whole thing goes on. So about half a mile later, I slipped and fell. As soon as I fell, it's like he started laughing at me, dog. Yeah. I was like, what are you doing, man? I was like, man, this crow is just making a mockery of me.
He was probably waiting for you to die, so he was calling his friends.
Yeah, he's like, hey, what you got in that backpack, dog?
There's a reason they call a group of crows a murder.
Yeah, that's, hey.
They were coming for you. No, there we go.
That's big brain.
You got a big head.
Hey, you got to have a big head to have a big brain, though.
Yeah.
Well, the question that I have seemed to ask everyone, and I think it's just going to be my general answer for a general question for any pros that come on. What is your number one tip? You just handed me my first disc, and you're about to tell me how to throw. And what is your number one thing that you would tell the first person that had their first disc in their hand?
I mean, the first thing that comes to my head is corny, very unoriginal. But it's simply have fun. Like the whole point of disc golf is to go outside, enjoy yourself, experience nature, be in the woods, have fun with friends. And if you're not doing that, you shouldn't be doing that. And it's definitely on tour. It's hard. It's definitely harder to have fun when you make something your job. You definitely lose a little bit of that. A lot of the time you lose the passion for it because you have to work a lot harder at it. It takes a lot out of you. But if I'm having a hard time on the course, I just remind myself, like, well, look where you are, look what you're doing with your life, look at your career, look where you've been. You've been to all 50 states, you've been to different countries playing disc golf. Be content, be happy with where you are, and just have fun with it. And sometimes that gets through my noggin, but sometimes it bounces off. But yeah, I'd say first throw ever. Just don't worry about where the disc is going. Just have fun. Second tip: aim for the basket. I guess I don't know. I've seen people throw behind them. So, some of my friends, and just yeah, just have fun. Throw straight. Just try not to throw behind you.
There you go.
That's all I got.
There you go. And have
Yeah.
fun is the most important one, man. I think it was
Yeah,
Steady Ed.
it's kind of corny, but it's the truest answer I got.
It's
You know.
Steady Ed's answer, you know?
Oh yeah, nice.
That's, I mean, if you're not
The
having fun,
goat.
you're not playing the game right. And that's kind
Yeah.
of been, that's what I love about disc golf. I mean, disc golf started as therapy for me.
Hmm. Me
So,
too.
and I mean, it's turned
Yeah.
into, I would say an obsession is the best word for it, but it's definitely a hyper focus, I guess. I'm ADHD
Yeah.
as the next guy. So it
I'm right there with you.
definitely helped me. I said it on every episode, but I guess I'll say it again. I aced my 7th hole ever, so I was instantly hooked, and
That's crazy.
it was just like, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Like this is what I do now, because
So your first round, you just got your seventh hole.
I
That's crazy.
my therapist told me to go try it because I wanted to stop hiking and I wanted to stop golfing and I wanted a new hobby, and he was like,
Yeah.
go play disc golf. And I
Combine them. Yeah.
bought a Innova starter set, hit up the local Facebook group and said I'm going to play here, and they said that place is too hard, go here and I'll meet you there. And hole 7, me and Lee Shaver walked up, and it was the first like real obstructed hole I'd ever seen. There's 3 trees, three guardians right in front of the green. It's like 175 feet. And I was like, "What do I do?" And he's like, "Just throw it, man. It's your 7th." He said, "You're just out here having fun. Just throw it." And I did, and he was like, "That's how you do it." And it bang, and I was like, "No
That's awesome.
way." And so then immediately I got out the phone and was like, "What did we just do?" Yeah. So it was
That's
super
crazy.
cool, but it's a good way to get hooked. I'll tell you that. That's for sure.
For sure.
My brother's a scratch golfer, and I'm terrible at ball golf, so it makes me feel good. I keep telling. I gave him a starter. I made him a little starter set for Christmas and gave him a bag and gave him a mini and gave him a towel, so he's got
Nice.
everything he needs. So there's no reason next time I say, "Hey, we're going disc golfing," he can say, "Oh, you got the stuff, boy. We're going."
Next time he beats you up on the golf course, just bring him out to the disc golf course and show him what's up.
I'm like the Lorax. I speak for the trees. You know?
Speak for the trees. Yeah, I mean, I got into disc golf it wasn't a therapist idea or anything, but I was 12 or 13 or 12. And it was just a way for me to get out, away from everybody, away from homework, away from just obligations that I had with like the bands I was in or the choirs I was in. I was a music kid, so kind of stressful for me. So it was just a way to get out and just be there with my dad, and my brother, and just it was nothing but me, them, the sounds of the chains and the woods, you know.
That
so
sound, man, that sound.
And it's still, I'm trying to get back to that point where disc golf is just like a meditative practice, where I can just go out there and just be, you know, just be there and not worry about score or nothing else, because I've been so worried about score the past 10 years of my life. I don't want to worry about that anymore.
You're on tour, you got to worry about it a little bit, but
yeah, I mean, especially with these kids, man. Gannon Burr out there averaging like 10.75 at tournaments. Yeah. Like my best round ever is 10.78, you know. Yeah. So to average that, it's just unbelievable. It's unbelievable to me. I mean, I can believe it, I guess, but dang, it's crazy.
I mean, it's cool to see the evolution though. Like, and I try to watch like some older stuff of like, you know, the 90s and 2000s and what has been documented, and it's like everybody had the same form, everybody threw the same disc, because that's what it was. And now it's blossomed into like this real culture is really the best word for it, of like what we. I mean, dude. The Altmart was nuts. That was one of the coolest things I've ever experienced, and it was
cool.
So I can't wait. I can't wait for next year, dude. I can't wait. I'm doing the whole sleeping in the car thing. I'm doing it big wiggly style, dog. We're gonna be out there. So
love that.
It's gonna be fun. But
that's gonna be a lot of fun.
But before we wrap it up, you know, you try to earn a couple bucks to get over to New Zealand. What do you got to promote, man?
I think they still have some Chanimal New Zealand discs on ThoughtSpace.com, ThoughtSpaceAthletics.com. The stamp is of the Chanimal. I'm not sure if you've seen the Chanimal. He's like a kind of Yeti, Bigfoot looking guy. And he's riding on a tui, which is a famous New Zealand bird. One of my favorite stamps ever. Check it out. It's on 4 different molds. Not sure what they are. I think it's like Construct, Synapse, Crux, and Omen. So those 4 molds, different plastics, helps me out quite a bit. Check out Whale Sacks. Check out Happy with Par. My boy Anthony Taylor, Happy with Par, is one of my favorite people in the world. Check out the Pured Disc Golf app. Check out Infinite. Yeah, all that good stuff.
Right.
There's a lot of different avenues right now, but the best way to support me is through TSA buying those discs. And if you happen to buy a jersey as well, that's A-okay with me.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Guys, those links will be down below when you're watching this. I'll make sure I get those down there for you guys so you can just click and spend your Christmas money. So
appreciate that. Well, I also might be posting I have a lot of Chanimal discs lying around, so I might be doing some holiday mystery boxes, but it seems like everybody and their kids doing that right now, so I might not.
Just give it maybe do the New Year's mystery box.
There we go. Yeah, there we go.
Well, we'll link the socials down low too, so you guys can go find Mr. Chandler on all of the IGs and fun Facebooks and places of the world. But
appreciate that.
Yeah, man. I just kind of want to say thank you again for joining us. Do you have any closing thoughts or wrap up, anything like that?
As an elderly player, as a 34-year-old player on tour, I think it's just been really fun to see the evolution of disc golf. And when I first started playing, when I first got on tour, I was kind of looking at all these kids, and I was just like, dang, like, I was kind of almost jealous of them that they had this when they were 16, 17, 18. But now I'm kind of looking at it like, dang, I'm so lucky to be in the sport during this time, because like we're seeing, like, I think Gannon's going to be the GOAT. So I just think disc golf's awesome. I appreciate all the work that you do, and even though you've been in the sport for 16 months, like you have a podcast, you know, like you're putting in the work, and you yourself are growing disc golf in so many ways. So I appreciate you, appreciate the community for all they've done for me and everybody that plays disc golf, and I'm looking forward to the future. As to what it's going to look like. I don't know yet, but we'll see.
Well, hey, that's all we can do is wake up every morning, put our shoes on, and go be the best person we can be, man.
Yeah, wake up in the morning feeling like... No, wait, no, that's not good anymore. Song?
Can we say that?
I want to feel like that in the morning. That sounds bad. Oh, boy. That's a good way to end it right
That's
there.
going to be a clip for sure. But no.
Shout out.
Yeah. Well, dude, again, we just appreciate you so much coming out, hanging out with us, spending an hour with us, and just telling us a little bit about Chandler. But again, those links are going to be down below for you guys. Go check out Chandler's stuff, buy his stuff. He wants to go to New Zealand and have a ton of fun, and I want to watch that content. So, whoa, what's going on?
Why did that?
What did you just do?
Wait, thumbs up does that? Wow, technology.
It doesn't do it for me.
What do other hands?
I don't
I'm not
know.
gonna flip you off. But, what about like rock on? No.
Oh no.
Peace.
That'd be cool if it like gave you some sunglasses.
Just thumbs up. Oh, no. Oh, there we go. That's weird.
That's crazy. Oh well, I know what the thumbnail's gonna be. No.
There you go. Just my head exploding in fireworks.
Yep, right in the side corner.
One more.
Yeah. Woohoo! Now give me options, man. But well, Disctopians, thank you guys for stopping by today. Chandler, one more time, man. Thanks so much. Go have fun in New Zealand. Stay warm, brother. Stay warm.
Oh yeah. Can't wait to feel that New Zealand sun.
That's right. That's right. All right, guys. Stay tuned for the giveaway for the Queen of Hanks chalk bag. You guys are going to see that, and it's an absolute masterpiece, man. Floyd went off on this. I'm so happy and so happy to have them as a sponsor for this year as well. But one more time, thanks, Chandler. Disctopians, thank you guys for stopping by. We'll see you on the next episode. Peace.
Oh, there we go. See you guys.